Hey boys and girls, welcome back. I got a couple perdigons here that we're going to tie up for you in the next week or two. Like I had said, on our last one here where we tied it using thread and wire only, we're going to cover just materials. There's just so many different variations of this that to say this one works better than another, there's just a million ways you can go about it. So the material we're going to use today as far as the body goes is tinsel. It's probably one of the easier ways to go about it. Looking at what some of the pros use and how they tie this type of bug, some things that I would tell you to add, okay? Instead of just using a thread type body, the biggest thing that you want to pay attention to is this ribbing, okay? This is, instead of being over the thread like we did last time, this is underneath the tinsel that we're using. So when you're looking at tinsel, millions of different colors, and I don't know how many I have here, a dozen or more. Good things and bad things about the tinsel. Good thing is the color, okay? You can make it whatever you want. Try to match a hatch if you want to do that. The thing that I don't like about tinsel is that it is not translucent, like you can't see through it. Some of the better products that I found are these, okay? This is a product by Hens. It's called perdigonis, and they got multiple colors. These are two that I like the most, and the thing about this that I like the most is it changes color with every bug. So if you change your underbody color, you're going to get a different color bug. And there's ways to use that, and we're going to go over some of that here today. This product, Hens, I found it a little hard to come by. I have one shop that's out in Altoona direction that gets it, but it's nice. It's versatile. That's what I like about it, more so than being stuck with just the one color. As the days go through the season, the colors of the bugs change. So bugs that hatch in March, bugs that hatch in April, they're going to be different, even though they're the same bug. So that's kind of what we're going to look at here today. As far as the type of bead we have, I got a 2.5 millimeter by Munn. That's silver. These are on size 18. This is Fooling Mills 5045. That's their jig hook. Mayfly tails. What I have on here is like a dark dun color or a yellow color. I got them all mixed up. Thread we're going to be using for this pattern is gray nano silk, and I picked that specifically because I want it to be a neutral color underneath to kind of show you how the changes in the colors. I got lots of examples here for you. When you tie these up, you can experiment if you want. All right, let's get right into this here. I pre-tie a lot of these things if I'm going to be using different colors. So I put the tails on. You want them about a body length, really no longer than a body length. The silver bead, I like to put it up as opposed to under. The idea behind using the gray, and I'll show you some of these examples. It's just to provide that neutral underbody. Allow the colors and the pearlescence of the material that you're using to shine through. So I'm going to tie this on the back, tack it down right before the tails, and then we're going to use this gray to build up the abdomen a little bit. I'm just essentially trying to cover up all of that black that's underneath there. That's another thing I've done before too. You know, use two different threads. Use black as your base and then tie on your, you know, like a neutral color for the front or vice versa. So that you have a darker butt section, lighter front section. Do things like that. Done that before. Especially with these tinsel type ones that really aren't, you know, natural to the stream. Okay, that looks good. Next we're gonna tie our wire on here. I try to fit that right in the back of the bead. This is where I really start to put down a good base layer to cover up the rest of that black and the wire, obviously. Okay. The reason we put that wire on last because we want that to be part of the underbody. What we're going to do is just do open wraps. This is a size 18, so not a lot of room on there. Put them in kind of tight. Couple in front, couple behind. Trim that wire off so you can get it tucked in there. Okay, now I'm going to tie that off. Hang it so I can use the rotary vise here. And you'll see the neat thing about doing it this way is that wire will shine through the pearlescent, you know, type fiber or type tinsel that we're using here. Just gonna wrap that the whole way up to the front. Couple in front, couple behind. And this stuff is really curly. I always try to tuck that string back behind the bead there. Cut this off. Okay, that's what we got. All right, pick your favorite UV. The UV is important because fish teeth are sharp. You want to make sure you cover that. Not just to protect it, but we're not trying to fill up the gaps in between. Okay. Cook it. All right, there we go. All right, This color, this one looks a little bit more blue than the last one that we did. But as the example, okay, same bug here. This is with a red thread, and you can see how it shows through red more than, you know, having that neutral gray underneath. Here is this blue thread, or blue perdigons with black underneath. These are all the same bug. Okay. And we have the same thing. This is actually black underneath this red or different color perdigon we have. And as far as, you know, different things that you can do, this was one that I do well with. This is just gray thread with a top hat. That's what that one's called. That's with the wire on the outside. And, you know, another way, here you got quills. You know, quills have their own beauty. That's another type of material that you can use. This is one that I've been doing very well with recently. You know, it's just that blue wing olive with the top hat on it. Okay. All right, guys, go tie some up. We'll be back in a week or so here with a different type of material that we're going to be using that gives us a different type of an effect. So we'll see you in a week or so. Thanks.